Hey, what's going on, guys? Vega here from SerpentX Special Forces, and today I'm going to talk to you about mining Beam. Now, at time of filming, today is August 15th, which is the day that the hard fork of the Beam Privacy cryptocurrency coin happened. It happened at block 321,321. For me, it was roughly around 2 p.m. somewhere in there. I could be a little bit wrong, but this fork, if you haven't been preparing for it, because Beam and many others in the crypto space have given ample warning to update your miners and wallets. If you haven't, please do so. But the algorithm has switched from Equihash 155 to Beam 2. And a lot of the pools will kind of warn you about that, but I just wanted to kind of show my experience or what I'm getting right now with it, which is really nice. So download the official wallet and everything from the official sources, like their website, which I will have linked in the description below. But Beam has been one of the top most profitable coins to mine for quite some time. Maybe not always at the top, but towards the top. And it is, I believe in the project for one, but I also believe in privacy as a whole. That's what cryptocurrency in my eyes was designed for privacy and being decentralized and giving the people the power over their money rather than the banks. But the hard fork happened, and if you haven't updated your miners, you're gonna have to put in this algorithm. For me, I use GMiner, which I already have in here, and I'll have this linked in the description as well. Just make sure you update your wallet address. But you can see that the algo had to be switched from Equihash 150_5 to Beam, and that's a capital I, not a lowercase l, but BeamHash I is what you're going to be replacing inside your batch file or inside your miner or whatever program you have that you're using. Again, I will have this linked in the description if you just want to copy and paste and then replace the wallet address with your own. But you can see that the network hash rate on this particular pool dropped down around 2, and then slowly but steady started picking up, and so on and so forth. So after the fork has completed, you're going to see a different hash rate. Now, you can go, and I'll have linked in the description, the GMiner release from GitHub. This is mostly for Nvidia GPUs. Actually, I say mostly, but I don't think there's any AMD. If there is an AMD, there is an AMD LOL miner. What am I thinking? Yeah. So I use GMiner because I have obviously Nvidia GPUs. I do have a couple of AMD, but for me, mining with AMD is not profitable. GMiner is capable of mining both for Nvidia and AMD, which right now, let's go ahead and test that out. I actually have the RX 590 installed in this system right now, and with the new batch file updated, let's see how that turns out. So far, the highest I've seen is 20.2 souls, but an average of 18.5. We had 19.6, 19.4. We had a low of 17.5, 17.4. And of course, I'm trying to record while mining. But I would honestly say that the average, it would be around 8. Let's say 18.8. But I did have a high of 20.2, 19.6. So let's see how the Nvidia GPUs are doing. So before we jump over to the Nvidia GPUs, I would like to say that the RX 580, 590, which are roughly the same, was averaging around 15, 14.5 Beam or souls. And with the new algorithm, Beam 2, we're getting around, let's say, 18.8 to 20 souls. So we got a pretty significant increase as far as hash rate. Looking at Nvidia, before I show you this, with my current config, which is 3 1070s, one 1080 Ti, one 1660 Ti, one 1066 gig, and one 2080, I should be averaging around 180 Beam, which I was, or 180 souls, prior to the fork. And that would net me roughly $4.21, but really only $1.50 after electricity. Looking at what the Nvidia GPUs can do, we're pulling about 250 souls 247, 243, 254, 251, 250, 253, 250, 257, so on and so forth. And this is optimized. The AMD GPU was not optimized. I was pulling 154 watts just for 20 sols, so I'm sure with some fine tuning, the AMD GPUs can do a little bit better. But for Nvidia GPUs, we're looking pretty good. I know all of these cards are tuned to my specifications. I could probably bump up the memory a little bit more. Or excuse me, I could play around with the clocks a little bit more. But compared to prior to the fork, where I was getting 180 sols, which is about on par, to now we're getting a lot more. So GPU 1, which is a 1070, is getting around 32 sols, which is average with the other two GPUs. So 32 sols versus, let's go ahead and turn some of these off real quick. Actually, we don't even need to do that. We have the official BitcoinTalk thread. So on Beam, the 1070s, prior, which I can vouch for this, the 1070s were getting around 22 sols. Now we're getting 32, so we've got 10 extra sols. Let's look for the 2080. So 2080 originally was getting 41 sols, or excuse me, 1080 Ti was getting 41 sols, and we are currently getting, let's scroll up, because if I'm remoted in, it's probably going to mess with it, 54 sols. No, 52. Yeah. So 54 sols on a 1080 Ti compared to 41 or 42 on a 1080 Ti. And the 2080 is getting around the same, 54 sols compared to the 41, 42 previously. And let's look at the 1060. So 1060, 14.8, around 15 sols. 1060, I believe, is GPU number 4. Yeah, GPU number 4. So it's getting 24 sols compared to 14. So roughly, it looks like across the board, because the 1660 Ti is not on here. At least I don't see it. Yeah, it's not on here. No, there it is. 16.7 sols. And the 1660 Ti is GPU number 1. 24. 24. Let's scroll up a little bit. So GPU 2, or GPU 1, 27. GPU 1, 26, 26, 27, 28. Whereas prior to 1660 Ti was getting 16, 17. So across the board, this new algorithm has helped out because it increased the hash rate of most of the GPUs around 10. The AMD GPU, we only saw a jump of what? From 14 to 20, so maybe 6. But Nvidia GPUs, in my case, maybe not your case, but in my case, saw an average bump of about 10 sols or 10 hashes total. And if you calculate that into your earnings, you should actually be doing pretty good. So I wanted to showcase my performance. Now this is at the same power draw, same everything as before, at least on my Nvidia GPUs. Again, the AMD card was stock. And with some fine tuning, you probably get a decent hash rate without drawing 150 watts. But I just wanted to showcase these results for what I got. There's plenty of other GPUs that still need to be tested that I'm sure the rest of the community will. But Beam has had a hard fork. There's a new algorithm. Instead of Equihash 150_5, it's now Beam 2. Your pool is going to tell you to upgrade. The Twitter feed also has some good information. Like there's a Medium article about the upgrade and everything. So this is already taking place. You need to update. You should have already updated your miners and wallets, but if you didn't do that, and the pools that you mine on should tell you, hey, heads up, you need to update this. So for GMiner, you need to change the algorithm for Equihash 150_5 to BeamHashII, which is 2 capital I's, not lowercase l's. And then BeamHash should still work, but before it was just Equihash 150_5. So either way, you need to switch that out, and that would help you out. I had some issues with Awesome Miner, where when I try to update the miner or update the overall program, it wouldn't update, or it would look like it's going to update and just go back to the same version. And then when I tried to reinstall it fresh, it wouldn't go. It would say I couldn't find a directory. So that's a different troubleshooting tactic that I'm going to have to look into. But definitely, links are going to be in the description for the GitHub to where to download the latest version of the miner, the BitcoinTalk thread, for additional information amongst the community, the official website from Beam, and of course their official Twitter as well. My Twitter handle or page is going to be down there as well if you want to follow. But do me a favor, hit the like button if any of this information shed some light on the overall fork. It's not a big fork. You're not going to get like a 2-to-1 ratio. You're not getting free coins out of it. But this fork is definitely beneficial for not only securing the decentralized network of Beam Privacy, but just, I mean, we got improved hash rate. So you can't complain when the algorithm helps increase the hash rate overall. So we'll see how things turn out. This is all fresh, new. Some of my information that I share may change. So obviously you want to keep looking at any updates and stuff like that. But like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good jazz helps out the channel. I really appreciate you guys stopping by, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll see how things turn out.